Let's examine the facts. Let's open the case file. A long loch cuts through the Highlands. Dark water under a low Scottish sky. Its name is Loch Ness, near Inverness. A place built from fog and patience. The surface looks calm from the road. But the depth refuses to show itself. Locals say the water holds its secrets. Colored by peat, visibility kept low. In the early 1930s, something shifted. A quiet loch became a headline. A couple described a strange movement. A whale-like body rolling in water. Soon the word monster arrived. And the shoreline gained new witnesses. Cars stopped. Cameras came out. Silence turned into observation. In reports, the loch starts to behave. Ripples look like signals. A hump becomes a narrative beat. A wake becomes a body. This file is not about certainty. It is about what the eye claims. We will move slowly, line by line. And keep the verdict off the table. Because in dark water, distance lies. And attention edits what it sees. Tonight, we stand at the shore. Listening for the next detail. Not to prove a creature exists. But to measure what we actually know. Loch Ness runs about 37 kilometers. Long, narrow, and hard to scan. At its deepest, it drops around 230 meters into black. That darkness is a collaborator in every myth. It turns absence into shape. And when the wind lifts small waves, the mind looks for a pattern to name. We begin with the loch itself, not the legend. And let the legend wait outside. We sort the notes, confirmed, reported. And what stays outside, unverified. Confirmed, Loch Ness is real water. 37 kilometers of cold volume. Confirmed, it is deep, over 230 meters at its lowest point. Confirmed, the loch is dark and peaty. Visibility shortened by the soil. Confirmed, a modern wave began in 1933, after a local paper described a beast. Confirmed, more eyes follow that spring. And photographs soon entered the file. Reported, a couple saw churning water. As if something large rolled beneath. Reported, another pair described a body. And a long neck crossing the roadside. Reported, shapes appeared near the surface. Humps, wakes, a brief line of motion. Reported, a famous 1934 image showed a head and neck on still water. Confirmed, that surgeon's photograph is now widely judged a hoax. Confirmed, later searches used cameras and sonar to sweep the darkness. Reported, in 1954, a boat sonar traced a large object keeping pace below. Confirmed, organized watches ran in the 1960s, with volunteers scanning the shoreline. Confirmed, in 1987, Operation Deepscan swept the loch with many sonar boats. Unverified, what made those shapes at all? Unverified, whether one thing repeats. None of this produces a body on land. Or a clear sample to measure. Yet the loch keeps offering fragments. Enough to restart the chase. And that is the danger of water files. Absence can look like evidence. The labels do not kill the story. They simply tell us where it stands. To understand Nessie, define the stage. A loch is a lake carved by old ice. Loch Ness sits on a long fault line. A straight corridor of water and stone. The loch connects to the Caledonian Canal. A route that brought more boats, more eyes. Stories here are older than cameras. A 6th century saint is said to meet a beast. That tale reads like a warning on a river. Not a catalog entry for biology. The modern myth, however, is modern media. 1933 turns rumor into a headline cycle. Newspapers, postcards, roadside stops. Each one adding a new angle. The monster becomes a tourist magnet. A symbol you can buy on a mug. And with that, the case splits in two. A creature claim, and a culture machine. Researchers form groups and schedules. Building watch points like stakeouts. In the 1960s, volunteers filmed the water. Searching for repetition in the surface. The loch itself offers tricks of scale. Calm air can stretch distance into mirage. Wind can stack waves into long ridges. Boat wakes can run like traveling humps. In such conditions, witnesses agree on fear. But disagree on measurements. So we treat the file like any testimony. History gives motive, not proof. What survives, decade after decade, is not an answer, but a pattern of looking. In 2019, scientists tried a new approach. Environmental DNA from the loch. It found thousands of living signatures, but no reptile trace to match a plesiosaur. The result does not solve the sightings. It only redraws the most likely shapes. Now we test the file, not the mood. We ask what could survive inspection. First, remove what we can verify. Some evidence collapses on contact. The 1934 surgeon's photograph held power until its makers admitted a model. That leaves a scattered remainder. Brief shapes, shifting water, human memory. We also note the loch's conditions. Depth hides. Distance edits. And witnesses watch from roads and hills. Through rain, glare, and moving cars. So we compare explanations, side by side, without forcing a single ending. Hypothesis A, a real animal is present. Large enough to disturb the surface. It could be a known species seen wrong. Or a rare size that feels impossible. Hypothesis B, normal objects are misread. Waves, wakes, birds, logs, or deer. In low visibility, the brain completes forms. And the neck arrives after the fact. Alternative, method creates monsters. Cropped photos and staged hoaxes. Even honest images lose scale fast. A small object can look enormous. So our job is not to pick a winner. It is to track which claim needs what proof. If hypothesis A is true, we expect repeats and signals that cameras can catch. If hypothesis B is true, we expect variety. The same loch producing different shapes. Sonar sweeps have found odd returns, but not a body you can name. Environmental DNA suggests many eels, yet offers no reptile signature. That shifts the burden of the classic image. The long-necked survivor of prehistory. And it leaves us with the oldest dilemma. How much unknown fits in one loch? At this point, facts thin out. What remains is how we handle that gap. Value, wonder versus discipline. Do we protect mystery, or prune it? Ethics, witnesses want to be heard. But attention can reward exaggeration. A story can feed a town's economy. And also bend what people report. There is also the loch itself to consider. Search boats and drones bring disturbance. Media also changes the geometry of doubt. A clip travels faster than context. Debunking rarely spreads as cleanly as the original dramatic frame. Meanwhile, the loch keeps its low visibility. A built-in excuse for every absence. And every new search becomes content. A public experiment performed in daylight. Probability, most nights are ordinary. Most ripples are wind and passing craft. Yet a rare image can dominate decades. Because rarity feels like importance. Memory is another variable in the file. A first glance becomes a fixed description. And once monster enters the mind, every shape carries that label. We can see how a legend survives science. Not by winning, but by staying unresolved. The eDNA study narrows one doorway, but opens others we cannot measure. A huge eel is possible in principle, though not proven by a single trace. So the case becomes a mirror. It reflects our standards of proof. Do we require a body, a sample, a capture? Or do we treat patterns as enough? And when evidence is partial by nature, what rule keeps us honest and calm? So we pause before the final question and listen to what the file asks back. We have a loch, a timeline, and a habit. We also have gaps that will not close. No single photograph holds its shape. No sonar trace becomes a named animal. And yet the story endures. Because water keeps giving partial scenes. The loch is long enough to hide a log. And deep enough to hide our mistakes. A calm surface can feel like certainty. Right until the wind rewrites it. A witness can be honest and still wrong. Because scale has no ruler at night. A skeptic can be right and still miss life. Because nature does not sign receipts. The legend is a lens we cannot remove. It tints every ripple we watch. So the real test is our own procedure. What we accept, and what we shelve. So here is the final note in this file. What counts as evidence in a place like this? Is it repetition across decades? Or a single clean event caught once? Is it a biological signal in DNA? Or the testimony of careful witnesses? Do we treat absence as a verdict? Or as a limit of our instruments? Loch Ness reminds us of a quiet rule. Uncertainty is not permission to claim. But it is also not permission to dismiss. Skepticism can become a reflex. Between credulity and contempt. There is a third posture, restraint. Write your rule for that posture. When facts run out, what do you keep? Do you tighten standards until silence wins? Or keep the door open, but labeled? In this case, the lock stays dark. The file stays open. Leave your rule in the comments. Not your answer. Your method. In the end, keep your method. Let the lock stay quiet.